Created by Brett.
Yeah. Hey Brett, how can I stop procrastinating in life?
So I think it's funny that it took me like a month to get around to making this video. Anyway, there's like a million reasons you might be procrastinating, so I'm not going to try and answer all of them, but I have some ideas for you anyway. First thing you got to do is avoid distractions. So put your cell phone, put your laptop, put your game controller and your remote control for your TV in a different room. In fact, you could have a whole area for getting stuff done, and you never play there. That's a trick I learned back when I was a screenwriter. So maybe the areas like your backyard, you know, where there's nothing else to do except work, or it could be somewhere like the library. So that's idea number one. Idea number two is to get a buddy who you're accountable to, or maybe even someone you're getting stuff done with. So like every time you're supposed to finish something and you have a deadline, your buddy's gonna call you up or say, hey, are we done with this yet? Or something like that. That is probably a quick way to ruin a friendship. Hey man, why you keep bugging me to do stuff? Because you asked me to. Yeah. Another idea is to make it a game, and I'm not sure how the heck you do that because it depends on what you're trying to do and trying to get done, but if you make a game with like fun, like, hey, if I accomplish this, then I've moved to level 2, or you know, something like that, then I get a magic gold coin or something. You know, you'd have to imagine it. Anyway, if you can turn it into a game, I think that'd make it more likely that you get started and you do it. Which is another thing, just start! And make sure you don't have any distractions around. Like me making this video, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I have enough time, my wife's gonna come home from work, we have to go do stuff. But then I just started and here I am making a video. Another idea, which kind of goes back with the game idea I mentioned, is to reward yourself at different milestones. So like, let's say you have a 5-paragraph essay that you have to write for school. Tell yourself that after you finish the first 2 paragraphs, you get to whatever it is. But the reward has to have a time limit on it. Or it has to be kind of a small thing. Because you can't say, I'll play just 1 level of this game. Because then you're gonna be like, oh, I finished that level too quickly. I'll reward myself with 1 more level. And then you play and it's just gonna drag on. So you gotta make sure that your rewards for yourself are quick, make you feel good, and then you get back into the project. And that's kind of one of the keys to a big project. If you have something that seems overwhelming, break it down into little bite-sized pieces. So like, let's say you're writing a paper, which I haven't had to do in a long time, but I can imagine that you'd have to. So you have to do research, you have to put your thoughts together into what you're gonna write, and then you're gonna have to actually do the writing. And then you're gonna have to go through and maybe edit it and make it sound a little better. So each of those is a separate task, and you don't have to do them all at once. And if you can tell yourself, hey, doing the research, I'm only gonna give myself 1 hour to do it, is a lot more manageable than saying, oh, this project's gonna take 3 days, because you're never gonna start it then. But if you only have a 1 hour thing, you're like, okay, between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock today, I'm gonna do research. And that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the game controllers and the Wii Fit and the devices in another room. I'm gonna be in the backyard. I'm gonna have my buddy call me every half hour and say, hey, have you done it? And then I'm gonna punch him in the face because he's bugging me. And I was doing good research and he just got in my way. Anyway, what the heck was I saying? Oh yeah, so you only have a 1 hour project and you say, okay, between 4 and 5, I'm gonna do it. And then you sit down and you do just that part of it instead of, you know, the whole 10-hour, 20-hour project. So yeah, so if it's a big project and you're overwhelmed just because of that and that's why you aren't starting, break it down into little tiny pieces that you can go, oh, that was so easy. Ooh, and another bonus tip is if you're doing that, and you write down the steps, write down the durations for each of them. You think this one's gonna take an hour, you think this one's gonna take half an hour, 3 hours, whatever it happens to, hopefully not 3 hours because that's a long time. Then when you're looking at the list, you can be like, oh, 1 hour, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. And then you only do that thing for an hour and then you're done with it for that. Does that make sense? Works for me, that's how I get stuff done. Plus just starting. Oh, and my wife's home. See ya! Hey honey. Oh wait, the outro. So that's all the ideas I have on how to get over procrastinating or whatever this video is supposed to be about, including just starting, which is the reason that I got this done. So now you guys get another video just because I did it because I knew I'd have like 10-15 minutes to record. So leave me another question about something else, maybe something about the holidays down in the thingy thing. And if I like your question and I can answer it, maybe I'll make you a video next time.
Please share this vid.